There's an old saying that goes, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, essentially meaning beauty is subjective. Its meaning differs from person to person. There is no real measurement of beauty. However, I feel like I've found the closest thing to something being objectively beautiful. Land of the Lustrous, or Hoseki no Kuni, transports the viewer to a world where there are no humans. The occupants of this place are instead these humanoid creatures made of stone, more specifically gemstones. Each character is representative of a different type of gem. They break apart when injured, and then are seemingly put back together from whatever pieces can be salvaged. They don't have a gender, they just exist as themselves. Each has their own defining personality that isn't limited by sexual identity or biology, regardless of how egregiously curvaceous the character designs are. Our main protagonist for this journey is Foss. Foss is the most innocently empty-headed main character in any anime I've ever seen, but it's that innocence that makes them beautiful. They want to help their fellow gemstones. They want to make Sensei proud. They want to be better. While that may usually be the main premise of most anime MCs, I find Foss to be the most well executed. Foss is an ever-evolving MC. They suffer through traumatic loss. They suffer from not feeling like they are enough. They struggle to find purpose and identity in this almost lonely world. But they aren't alone. The gems are in an everlong battle with otherworldly beings known as Lunarians. The Lunarians are terrifying. They are these deity-like moon species that come from the skies above and attempt to capture and murder the gemstones as our beloved characters fiercely stand their ground and combat them. What do the Lunarians want? Who are the Lunarians? What do they do with the captured gemstones? Do they harvest them? Endless questions race into the viewer's mind as they come face to face with cosmic horrors the likes no one has ever seen. The Lunarians are horrifying, but they're also beautiful. While the narrative and lore of Land of the Lustrous is beautiful, it's difficult to fully explain or grasp without reading between the lines, analyzing every line of dialogue, or going through the Hoseki no Kuni wiki for countless hours. This show's beauty isn't just woven into its characters and story, but also its visuals. In fact, the visuals only serve to enhance the story tenfold. CG anime tends to get so much flack these days, and for good reason, with shows like X-Arm in existence, but I dare you to tell me this shit doesn't look absolutely breathtaking. The way light shimmers off of each of the characters, the fluidity of motion when the characters are in battle, the awe-inspiring landscapes that make this world feel tangible, the lovely use of colors to further diversify a cast of non-binary rocks. You'd think a show that refuses to identify its characters by gender would make it difficult for the viewer to remember characters, but the use of colors and lighting effects makes every character stand out even when their base design is practically identical to each other's. On a purely visual level, Hoseki no Kuni is masterclass of what CG anime can be when you have a passionate team with a vision. The cinematography on display here is jaw-dropping. Studio Orange's use of a dynamic camera breathed life into this world, into these characters. No longer do we have to watch pan and zoom, shot reverse shot, pan and zoom that we get with traditional 2D animation. Now the camera can do a full-on 360 and swoop below a character, then swing back around to that giant fucking dog thing chasing everyone around. The camera makes this place feel real. I can see where characters are in correlation to other characters, to enemies. It doesn't just feel like there was budget here, it feels like there was passion here. There was love embedded into every shot composition, every character design choice, every line of dialogue, every blade of grass, every drop of water. Ugh, it's just so fucking good. What you have to realize is that this was made in 2017, during a time where CG in anime was still taboo. Land of the Lustrous was ahead of the curve, a pioneer for what CG anime can be, and it's a shame we got fucking X-Arm instead, but it gives me so much hope for future series to take this route. But that's not all. Not only does Hoseki no Kuni deliver beauty in its world, in its story, in its visuals, it also injects beauty directly into your ears with a phenomenal soundtrack. This OST invokes feelings in me not many soundtracks do. It can be whimsical, endearing, magical, but it can also invoke fear, dread, isolation, mystery, loneliness. It feels so comforting, yet so foreign. It adds so much to the world building. It's not just catchy tunes for a character or a moment, but legitimate atmosphere, and storytelling all on its own. While re-listening to the OST for this video, I found the track Sunspot to be a standout because it just made me feel so uncomfortable, yet entranced by the hauntingly gorgeous sounds. I don't even know what instruments were used, and I don't care. Composer Yoshiaki Fujisawa did an exceptional job here, and I cannot thank him enough. Let's also show love to the wonderful opening and ending tracks performed by Yurika and Yuiko Ohara respectively. My God, the way the first few notes of the opening hit my soul just... Lord, I'm gonna cry just talking about it. It's so rare for an anime to immediately get a spot in my favorite anime of all time list, but what Land of the Lustrous did to me, what it did for me, it's impossible for it not to be in my top 10. This series made me realize how much I've changed since becoming an anime fan. How much I've grown, even in the last few years. 3 years ago, you could have recommended this to me, and I honestly would have called you gay.
That anime is for weirdos. Why the fuck would I watch that?
That's the person I used to be. Judgmental of everything that seemed foreign to me. Things that didn't fit into what I deemed normal. I was, and sometimes can still be, a negative person, but the more I came to grips with life, the more I came to an understanding of what being a human being is all about, the more I began to change. I see things so very differently than I once did. I find beauty in so many more things that I used to see as unfit or wrong. Land of the Lustrous reminded me of that change. The journey I went on with Foss felt so parallel to my own. A journey beginning in ignorance led to true growth and maturity. Watching Foss change and learn and grow resided with me in a way I haven't felt honestly ever. Questioning identity and purpose, wanting to grow stronger to help the ones you love, yearning to learn more about the world and uncover the truths of it, seeing the beauty in everyone and everything. An animated show about non-binary rocks truly reminded me how far I've come and how much I've grown as a person. It's a shame this series got the No Game No Life treatment, since as of right now, there is no season 2, so unfortunately if you do happen to watch this show, you're gonna have to read the manga to finish the story. But fuck it, do it. Watch the first season, read the manga, watch dozens of lore and analysis videos, unravel the narrative, breathe in this world, and invest in one of the greatest series of all time. Enjoy it, cherish it, take it for everything it has to offer. This series is without a doubt special. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and in my eyes, Land of the Lustrous is truly beautiful.